You mentioned pregame that playing, the best team in the division is a great measuring stick to see where you're at. How did you feel about your team, how your team fared against one of the better opponents you've played after tonight?
Oh, well, it's a good team. They, I didn't like, kind of got in some penalty trouble there in the start of the third. Not the smartest penalties, that's for sure. And then, but our special teams, kind of came out as a 2-2 first period, and then we give up one on the power play, and then they get a couple power play goals with not the best penalties for us to start the third, kind of turn the tide.
One of the things that's made Stockton, a good team this year has been their ability to keep the puck out of the net. How does the game plan change when you're playing a team that's been so strong defensively this season?
I don't think it changes. I mean, obviously we want to score goals, you know what I mean? But I thought we were fine, the first half of the game. I thought we took us a little bit to catch up to speed. We still got some guys who haven't played a lot of hockey lately, with through call-ups and just coming back. Some guys, Juleson's played some in the NHL, but some other guys were a little bit rusty, rust off. We caught ourselves up, I thought, and then that power play shorthanded goal hurt us there in the second, but I thought we rebounded fine, and I didn't like it. We'll have to review some things there. I didn't love, like I said, some of the penalties we took, but I think our mindset is the right way. What we wanted to do 5-on-5, and we just need to do a better job of accomplishing it.
And then you mentioned your team, you're getting some players back in your lineup, and your team continues to get healthier. There is still a number of guys out of the lineup due to injury. Are you expecting any to return kind of throughout this homestand here?
During the homestand, for sure. I think Klimovich, I think would be the closest to, or Breezeball. We hope to get back as well. But I think that's probably it for right now. No signs of Jett Woo or Vlasic or Nielsen. I don't think for right now.
Next up, we'll go to Chris Faber of Canucks Army.
Hey, Trent. I wanted to ask about the power play, I guess, to start here. It felt like there was a different look to the power play, just kind of how you guys were attacking the net. Is that something that you guys have been working on over the past week or so?
Yeah, it's kind of the same format, bringing it into Manitoba. We had some success with it there, and then and then different personnel. I mean, so it changed up the second group a little bit, but the first group, I guess you'd say first, whatever. I call it blue and white, but it doesn't help you. But anyways, the blue group, they had a bit of a different look, but we found some success lately.
And you got some success from Yoshiro Hirano again, 3 goals now in 5 games. It feels like he's got a shot that looks like it belongs at this level. What are the other things that he's doing that's keeping him in the lineup?
Yeah, no, I think he's a positionally fairly sound guy. He's responsible. He knows what his jobs are, and he's catching up to the pace of the American Hockey League. He's got, I still think, a little bit way to go, but he does have a shot. I agree with you with that, and he's got a good neck offensively, knowing where to be on the ice.
I wanted to ask about Sheldon Rempel, who gets a couple points for you today. It just feels like he's a guy who's just the most consistently creating offense, drawing penalties. How much are you kind of enjoying being able to coach a player like Rempel at this level?
No, I think he's a guy who's kind of, having a new life, so to speak. I mean, he's a guy who's kind of bounced around the last few years and hasn't found that success. And here with us, he's over a point a game, and he's I appreciate how he works and competes. And I think he's done a good job of driving our offense.
Aside from that giveaway on the 7th goal, it feels like Rathbone's I talked to him last week. He said he's just trying to find a rhythm right now after missing so much time and going back on COVID. Are you seeing that tonight? It felt like the rhythm in Rathbone's game, just puck handling, puck moving, it felt a little bit better tonight.
I think he's got a ways to go still. I mean, we need Jack to play 10, 15, 20 games in a row. I think that's I don't think Jack has had that in his pro career yet. And so that's where I think there's baby steps still for us. I mean, there's a lot of room, I think, for improvement on certain parts of his game. And, there's other things that he provides already at the power play level and puck movement, et cetera. But yeah, once we get through a little bit of a sample size, it'll be easier for us to try to help him and develop him along.
What's the thought process behind playing him with Matt Murphy, a guy who's new to the team here, a left shot guy? Is there something about the left shot? Is it something about the way that he plays? What is it about that pairing that you chose to play him with Rathbone?
Just they've been playing with each other the last couple of games. That's all. So we're just trying to keep some commonality to our group. Same with Devontae Stevens and Bowie, and then with the 2 new guys injected with Sodner and Jolson, just trying to keep something similar, and then kind of hope to find some magic, but something we'll look at over the evening.
And you mentioned Jett Woo still a little ways away. Is there any sort of timeline on that? I know it's kind of been a question with Jett Woo over the past little bit here.
Yeah, for me, I know it's not. He's week to week, so but he's not an option for us over the next 2 weeks, and I guess we'll see how he reacts to treatment from there.
All right, thanks, Trent.
No problem.
Next up, sorry, Trent. Next
Oh,
up
you're
will be Cody Severson from AHL Nux Harvest.
Hey Trent, just a couple from me. I just wanted to quickly talk about your guys' D zone breakouts tonight. I wasn't too sure how much of that is attributed to rust or just trying to force plays, because it looked like your team was really struggling to try and move the puck from the D zone into the neutral zone tonight.
Yeah, for sure. No, I thought they did a good job with their forecheck. They're a small, or not necessarily small, but they're a pretty quick team. So we had a plan coming in how we wanted to break the puck out. We've been working on it for the last couple of days, trying to get everybody on the same page. But we can be certainly more efficient with that.